Hi, my name is Lucas. Today, I want to share a real story from my trip to Spain. A day that started with sunshine and adventure, and ended with a big lesson about travel, trust, and a lost backpack. I hope my experience helps you learn useful English, and maybe even makes you smile. This lesson focuses on a powerful technique called shadowing. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is shadowing? Simply put, shadowing is when you carefully listen to a native English speaker, in this case, me, and then immediately repeat what I say, word for word, just like an echo. Why is shadowing so useful? Because it trains your ears and mouth at the same time. You get to practice how English sounds and how to make those sounds yourself. This helps you develop a more natural-sounding accent and improves your fluency and comprehension, all in one activity. Now, here's how to get the most out of this video. First, simply listen to the story I'll tell you. Try to focus on the overall meaning and how the words sound. Then, watch the video again, but this time, after each sentence, pause the video and repeat the sentence out loud. Try to copy my voice as closely as possible. Don't worry about being perfect. Just aim to get better each time. You can do this exercise 2 or 3 times, or as many times as you like. With each round, it will become easier and more natural. And here's some good news, you don't have to guess what I'm saying. All of the words will appear on your screen while I speak, so you can read along and clearly understand every part of the story. Are you ready to begin? Let's start this journey together, and by the end of it, you'll not only understand English better, but you'll sound better speaking it too. Last spring, I traveled to Barcelona, Spain for the very first time. I had dreamed of visiting this city for years. I wanted to see the famous Sagrada Familia, walk down the lively street called La Rambla, and of course, eat real tapas. I remember the moment I stepped off the plane. The air felt different, warm, soft, and full of life. I could already hear the distant sounds of Spanish guitar music, mixed with voices, laughter, and the smell of coffee. A taxi took me to my hotel, which was tucked away in the Gothic Quarter, a very old part of the city. The streets there are narrow and winding, like a maze with stone walls, hanging laundry, flower pots, and tiny balconies above. It felt like stepping into a painting or a movie set. As I pulled my small suitcase down the cobblestone street, I passed a couple sitting outside a cafe, laughing over tiny cups of espresso. A cat walked by, totally uninterested in me or anyone else. Everything looked like a postcard. I thought to myself, this is going to be a trip I'll never forget. On my second day, I planned a full day of exploring. I woke up early, excited like a child on Christmas morning. I packed my blue backpack with everything I needed for a full day in the city. A water bottle. My sunglasses. A small travel journal. A pen. A portable phone charger. And most importantly, my wallet and passport. I double-checked everything. Better safe than sorry, I thought. I was ready to explore Barcelona like a local. For breakfast, I stopped at a bakery called Pan y Amor, which means bread and love. The name alone made me smile. I ordered a croissant with ham and cheese and a strong Spanish coffee, so strong, it could probably wake up a sleeping bear. The man behind the counter smiled and said, "Disfruta tu desayuno," which means enjoy your breakfast. I sat at a small table outside. The sun was warm, the coffee was hot, and life felt perfect. After breakfast, I walked to Park Güell, one of Barcelona's most famous places. It was designed by the artist Antoni Gaudí, whose work is colorful, strange, and beautiful, like something out of a dream. When I entered the park, I was amazed. Curved benches, mosaic lizards, twisting columns, and bright tiles in every color you can imagine. I turned on my camera and, well, let's just say I took a lot of photos. A lot. At one point, I even tried to take a selfie with the giant mosaic salamander. A group of tourists from Italy cheered when I finally got it right. I sat down on one of the curved benches and pulled out my journal. I wrote, "Sitting in Park Güell. Gaudí was a genius. It feels like I'm inside a storybook." I felt like I was living my best European life. Next, I walked to La Boqueria Market, a giant market near La Rambla. It was busy and loud, full of life. There were fruit stalls, fresh seafood, spices, cured meats, and colorful juices. Everywhere I turned, there was something to look at. Bright mangoes and pineapples. Red slices of jamon iberico. bowls full of green and black olives. And, something unusual, a small stall selling chocolate-covered chili peppers. Yes, chocolate-covered. Chili. Peppers. I was curious. I bought one. I took a bite. First, chocolate. Sweet. Smooth. Then spice. Then fire. Then pain. I started laughing, coughing, and fanning my mouth at the same time. The vendor grinned and said, "Fuerte, no?" I nodded. Very fuerte. But somehow, I liked it. After hours of walking and exploring, I found a quiet fountain near Placa Catalunya. I sat down to rest. I leaned back, stretched my legs, and reached for my backpack to grab my water. But it wasn't there. My heart stopped. No backpack. No journal. No water. No wallet. No passport. I jumped up like I had sat on a bee. I looked around wildly. I checked under the bench. Behind the fountain. Near the trash can. Nothing. I felt sick. My brain went into full panic mode. Did I leave it at the market? Did someone take it? Oh no, my passport. My ID. My money. I'm going to be stuck in Spain forever. I'll have to live under a churro cart. For a second, I almost cried. But then I took a deep breath. I had to think clearly. I ran back to La Boqueria like a person on a mission. I checked every stall, scanning for any sign of my backpack. I asked vendors. Hola, perdón. ¿Ha visto una mochila azul? Excuse me, have you seen a blue backpack? Most shook their heads. One woman smiled and handed me a mango. I was confused, but I took it. Gracias, I whispered. Then near the back of the market, at a small juice stand, the vendor looked at me and said, "Ah, sí. Un turista la dejó aquí. Espera un momento." Ah, yes. A tourist left it here. Wait a moment. He bent down, disappeared behind the counter, and then, like magic, he pulled out my blue backpack. I could have kissed him. But I didn't. I just said, "Gracias. Gracias. Thank you. Merci. Grazie." I checked inside. Wallet? Passport? Sunglasses? A little squished, but the man smiled and handed me a free pineapple smoothie. "Para ti," he said. "For you." It was the most delicious smoothie I've ever had, flavored with panic, gratitude, and pure relief. That day taught me some important lessons. 1. Always double-check your things. A glance can save you hours of stress. 2. Most people are kind and helpful. Even in a busy tourist spot, people will help you if you ask. 3. Never put your passport in the outer pocket. That's just asking for trouble. 4. Panic doesn't help, but breathing does. Take a deep breath and take action. 5. When in doubt, try the juice stand. You never know what good things may happen. Helpful phrases from this story. Where's my backpack? I think I lost something. Thank you so much. That was close. Be careful next time. Excuse me, have you seen? Don't panic. Take a deep breath. Can you help me, please? Travel vocabulary. Backpack, a bag you carry on your back. Market, a place where people sell food and goods. Passport, your official travel document. Vendor, a person who sells something. Panic, to feel very scared and confused. Lost, when something is missing. Found, when you get something back. Juice stand, a small shop that sells fresh drinks. Tourist, someone who is visiting a place for fun. Let's practice, repeat after me. Where's my backpack? I think I lost something. That was close. Thank you so much. I won't make that mistake again. Can you help me, please? Have you ever lost something while traveling? Or can you imagine a situation like this? Write a short story about it using these new words and phrases. Even a few sentences are a great start. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Remember, learning English is not just about grammar and vocabulary. It's about real stories, real emotions, and learning from your mistakes. Even a lost backpack can teach you something new. So next time you feel nervous about speaking English, just remember. Mistakes are part of the journey. You're not just learning a language. You're living it. See you in the next video. And as always, happy learning!